that's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
We will not be held responsible for any hearing impairments or damage caused to you from excessive exposure to this sound.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of A Tilted World. This week is actually not a real episode. We're just going to hang out. Tomorrow night is when we would normally do our live streams, but tomorrow is the inauguration of Joe Biden. So just planning ahead. Maybe this is the last stream we do in America. I don't know. Let's just hope that the world doesn't go to shit tomorrow. So we're just hanging out tonight, and we got some people on that are gonna join us. Please, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We are still on our race to 1K. It's only January. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers by the end of this year. So please, like, subscribe, all that fucking fun stuff. If you share our shit, you will be automatically entered to win free merchandise. But tonight we're just hanging out. So not a lot of fucking crazy shit. We're just going to fucking hang out and talk. And we have one of our normal guests on, one of our fan favorites, Ethan Dirks. And,
I like the moniker fan favorite more than normal, by the way.
Oh, no. You are a fan favorite, though. Like, I have a select, 3 or 4 people that message me, every week about, the episode. And every time they're like, oh, my God, thank you for having Ethan on again. They love having you on. So
they can send me fan mail if they want to.
Oh, yeah? You want to send me that address so I can put it up here in the middle of the
Let's make
screen?
it public. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we were just talking about Gobble.
Yeah.
Just kind of off screen. And I know every time I have you on, I'm like, fucking Gobble. Let's fucking go, Gobble. But I believe in this project. I fucking do.
It's looking more and more likely every week. It's getting crazy. We're going to know here in about a month and a half if something's going to come of it.
How many awards / I don't know how you describe it. Because when you get, when y'all promote, you got, certain select in a state or whatever, is that an award, or is it you're so good in this state kind of thing?
Yeah, so with film festivals, there's 2 tiers basically. So first you get into the festival, and that's considered you're an acceptance or an entry, and we have about a dozen of those. And then an award would be if you actually win something after getting accepted, and we have 5 wins so far. So
you have 5 awards so far?
Yes, we have won 5 different categories to date, and so it's going really well.
I so much believe in this project. Do you mind giving a quick synopsis of what it is, though?
Yeah, I can always do that. So Gobble is an animated series that I'm working on with my bud Troy DeWinney. Big shout outs to Troy. You got to get him on the show sometime.
Big old Troy. No,
yeah.
I've talked to him. We're going to get him on. Get him on.
Yeah, I love that guy. You guys will love him too. Crazy writer, really good dude. And we're making an animated series that is about 2 cave goblins who are trying to become pop stars on the surface world. And it's sort of this weird, bizarre fantasy universe. And anybody that's into strange fantasy and animation and music should get a kick out of it. And right now it's we have a proof of concept that's going through different film festivals. We are hoping that something comes of it and that we can make it into a real thing. And like I said, we'll know soon.
I mean, you guys are, I feel like at least it feels, may not be realistic, but every other week or so, it feels like you guys have just been, oh yes, New Jersey. Oh yeah, here we go. Fucking Colorado. Here's fucking Utah, whatever. You guys are getting picked for, state select shit. And it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's super exciting. And I was telling Derek this earlier. We're working on this really big project. I can't say what it is just yet, but we're actually working as of today with the Slam Dance Film Festival marketing director to help get the word out about it. And
No
so,
shit. Okay.
yeah, we're hoping that's going to be like our Hail Mary attempt to really get this going. So we'll see.
Yeah.
It's fun. And if it doesn't work, we'll try something else. Troy is the best guy to work with because I feel our skills are totally complementary. He's good at things that I suck at and vice versa. So you got to have somebody like that you can just jam with. And we've been that way for over a decade. So,
well, what's funny though is, and I can say this because I've known you and Troy since high school.
yeah.
Like we've played Dungeons and Dragons together. We've LARPed together.
Oh
like,
yeah.
For those of you who have never played Dungeons and Dragons or have never live action role played, you won't understand how much you get to know each other in those realms. But I say realms, but I mean in those aspects, like those not divisions. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to know people in these places in life, and it's such a both D&D and LARPing. You have this very creative realm that you enter into, and you learn very quickly who you work with and who you don't. And I can say, at least watching you and Troy from the outside, both in Dungeons and Dragons and in live action role playing, you guys work very well together. You guys know how to jam off of each other, how to bounce shit off, and just fucking go and just fucking, do whatever. And when you watch the Chef Giants, like, what is that thing that y'all have on Facebook? The music video, it's like Chef Giants.
Oh yeah, that's the trailer for Chef Giants, which is our proof of concept music video.
But if you knew the background of who does the animations?
Troy did the character animation. I did the background art.
Yes. But everything just kind of pulled together, and oh, Troy, oh, Ethan, and you're like, oh shit, that works. Like it honestly does. And when you watch it, it looks so good. Hey, Kenny, what's up, dude? We're just nerding out today. Come and join us if you want. We're just chilling. Kenny, he's been on a couple times. I think you met him one time.
I'm sure I have.
You probably have on one of the big old group whatevers that we did. But yeah, no, it's crazy because like from the outside, like knowing you and Troy and seeing how you guys worked in high school, and then seeing you guys, what is this, 7 years later?
Dude, no, it's 14 years later.
14 years later.
Dude, we met when we were 13.
Did y'all really?
Yeah.
In middle school?
No, 13, freshman year of high school. Or 14. That would have been 14. So it's been 13 years.
Oh shit. Yeah. So it has, oh my God.
14 years. And dude, it was pure chance that we met, because I still remember the day that we met. It's like I'm reminiscing about my wife, which on the one hand, I'm not thrilled about because it's Troy, but on the other hand, it's a cute story. We, our names are close by. It's Dirks and then DeWinnie. And so in biology class, we sat next to each other because the class was organized alphabetically. And if it weren't for that, maybe I wouldn't have met Troy. Probably would have met him somewhere down the road, but I don't know. I think sometimes when you look back at like the little things in the past that had to have happened for everything to be as it is now, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. But it's still, to me, it's like that chemistry that I saw when I first met you and Troy together, and I saw, oh fuck, like you guys, in today's words, you guys vibe. Yeah, like y'all were vibing off each other, and I could see that, and it was awesome. And then it's crazy to see, fast forward 5-6 years later, you guys are working on the same project and it still looks fucking great. Like y'all both put your skills together to make this fucking, quote unquote masterpiece,
Well,
I'm not gonna say that, but I'm saying like,
thank you.
It looks great to me. And maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm a super fan because I know you guys, but I love the premise of what you guys are doing, and it's fucking dope.
Well, dude, thank you very much. You know, I like to think that a lot of our personality comes through in this. Like, if you know me and Troy and you watch what we make, you're like, yeah, it was those guys. And we make it for people like you. And it's super cool that you get like the concept behind it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, hoping it works out. Staying cautiously optimistic, I would say.
Yeah. Well, and you should be. When you're pitching shows and shit, you can't fucking throw your balls in one pot. You know, you got to keep some balls for yourself.
Right.
So I'm going to add my buddy, OP to Juice Man.
Hey, yo.
Do you want to go by your real name or OP to Juice Man?
My name's Cody.
Okay, Cody. All right, there we go.
Cody, what's up, Cody?
Nothing, dude. I'm just trying to figure out why I'm so blurry. Oh, where'd I go?
Oh, you look good at me.
Do I?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks
Yeah,
fine.
you look
I
good.
look super blurry on my screen. It's weird.
Well, so Ethan.
Hello, Ethan.
Ethan is my high school friend. Meet Cody, my military friend that I met a long fucking time ago. I don't want to say military friend. We're just friends now because he's not in the military. So
No, I'm not. No, I'm furthest from that, buddy.
You sound relieved, Cody.
Huh?
You sound relieved.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. It's great being out and being free.
dude, I'm so psyched to have both of you here. It's been a fun day.
Yeah, this is something new. This is nice.
Yeah,
Look at this.
you've never done this before, Cody?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Well, this is how I'm doing my shows now. So, planning on having you on here soon. This is how I do my podcast now. But tonight,
That's awesome.
It's not an official episode. We're just hanging out, drinking, smoking.
They say shooting the shit. They say.
That's what they say. Yeah.
That's it. Dude, why does my fucking monitor keep going out, man?
I don't know. Your dogs are fucking around on the
Yeah,
back.
they're going crazy.
He's fucking my stocking up, dude.
Dude, so I will tell you this, Ethan, and everybody else that's on here. Cody has a Great Dane, a Corgi, and an English Bulldog.
My God.
The wildest mix of dogs.
It's like a circus, dude.
Dude, I stayed with you for a week. I don't know how you do it because
Dude, it's the best, bro. It is the best. It's
I mean, those aren't small dogs either.
no, one of them is very, very small, and then I have
two
got
of them
one-
are small.
the
The
biggest
other one
dog
is a giant.
find, and then the runt of a litter from a few corgis. So she's extra small.
Okay,
So-
gotcha.
We're gonna add to the chaos and have my little brother in. JD, what's up?
Oh,
buddy?
take your shirt off.
What?
What's up, dude?
Welcome to the show.
Take your I mean, hello, how's it going?
Hey, if you guys could do me a favor, if you're on your phones, fucking tweet, Twitter, IG, whatever, that we're doing this shit, that would be dope. I know Cody is off the grid because he doesn't believe in social media. So
Cody
I
sounds
believe
like
in-
a genius.
I believe in pop brownies.
I honestly, all of our mental health would be so much better.
I love it. It's the best.
Yeah. I deleted my Facebook for like a month, and then I got harassed into reactivating it.
is that
yeah.
when you
Same
messaged me
thing
back and
happened
you
to
were
me
like,
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Derek
Ethan,
was
is
one
that,
of the first ones.
Ethan, is that when you messaged me back and you were like, dude, I don't ever check Facebook?
I don't.
I was like, fuck you. You check Facebook.
I have notifications disabled, so I don't.
Dude, we got the same fucking chair.
Yo, my boy.
Hey, I got mine at Costco.
Pull up the
I got mine on Amazon.
Let them do it. Yeah.
Wow.
It looks like a nice chair, guys.
It's comfortable.
Yeah, my ass has been through a few miles on this piece. I'll tell you that. I've been sitting in this thing for a while, bub.
Oh shit. Well, what the fuck? We're hanging out on Tuesday. What? I'm gonna ask this question, and you guys all don't chime him in at one point. Take a minute to think about it. But so tomorrow is the inauguration.
It's not. It legally can't happen, Derek.
Shush, 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 shush. I said I'm gonna ask.
I think everyone's gonna get fucking arrested, and they're all gonna take their skin suits off, and we're gonna be controlled by lizards, dude.
Hot take.
And there we go. All right, and conversation starts now.
That's
The
out.
lizard people are running the world.
What would you do if military tribunals were happening? Because of all those troops that are there, a bunch of them got deputized. Military tribunals for a federal government that is faced with federal charges, and all of a sudden Hillary Clinton takes the stand, and this bitch skin suits off, and she's just a reptile. I'd be like, damn!
I'd
Get
just
on
be like,
water.
I knew it.
I honestly, I'll speak as somebody here in DC. I think it's going to be. I don't think anything's going to happen tomorrow.
You don't.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
There's
pretty
no
uneventful.
inauguration things
Okay,
going on.
so
No, but there's a lot of shit that's supposed to happen tomorrow, but it's not going to happen. And
So-
the inauguration's going to happen. Biden is going to be president tomorrow.
I don't believe so.
We will say that. No, it will. He will be president tomorrow.
I think there's going to be
All
some
I'm saying
wild
is
shit
it's
that
not gonna
happens. That's
be-
not going to happen.
I don't think that there's going to be this fucking massive bombing of DC.
No, that's not going to be a bombing.
Everybody's going to fucking uprise and take over their government. I don't think it's going to be like that.
I think
you're
the
gonna have
aliens are going to come and fuck us all to death.
You're gonna have these small pockets of people outside of the state governments and even the capital. They're gonna be like pissed off,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna happen. The inauguration is gonna happen, and they're gonna be like, "Okay," and then they're gonna go home. I don't think it's gonna be this fucking uprising and civil war that everybody believes is gonna happen.
Did you guys watch that Trump speech? I heard he gave some sort of speech sometime, and it was like actually really good.
I did not see that.
I'm not.
I've never seen a Trump speech.
Right?
was
And
good.
someone said it was actually pretty good. And I was like, oh, okay.
I've seen a lot of Trump speeches that were well said, but
I make the
also
best deals.
insurrected violence on
Yeah.
America. So,
Oh,
You
dude,
know.
I just can't. I just can't believe that just nothing's gonna happen. I can't believe that.
I don't
That just
think here's what me and my buddies here in DC have talked about this. Like being in DC and seeing how much security is going up and how much the city is shut down. Either absolutely nothing is going to happen. You might have a few protesters at the gates, but it's going to be protesters at the gate and nothing's going to come of it, or it's going to be a fucking violent, overwhelming fucking revolution, you know?
I mean, look, we have what 25,000 federal troops at the
Yeah,
Capitol right
I
now.
was actually going to talk
Cody-
about that.
Cody, send that link in the private chat and I'll post it up here.
You could take over a
It's on
country
Instagram.
with that number of troops. I don't think there's going to be
Yeah.
anything happening at all in the Capitol.
Speaking as someone who's supposed to be there,
Fucking private.
has
Just kidding.
nothing to do with it.
I'm just kidding.
So speaking of someone who's supposed to be there, yeah, they did a total show of force. They didn't need that, and that's only like including the DC National Guard. That's like maybe 6 states and just a couple of units from each state. They did
Yeah.
a total show of force that they didn't need all of them, but it's just totally to warrant off any
I just don't get how these
actual
dudes are.
insurrection, quote unquote.
They're standing out there with a M16 from 1905 with no magazine.
They've got the magazine in their
What is this
pocket.
wild shit that I'm looking at?
They're not going to break out rounds unless something actually crazy goes down, and I don't think they're actually expecting that.
Yeah,
I
JD,
was
you're right
hoping
about the
not.
show of force. It's literally the perfect term. You know, it's like when the U.S. wants to they send our carriers out there just to tell people, hey, look what we got. It's the same idea.
Cody, I can't figure out how to get that
It's
link up.
back in
Sorry.
World War
Yeah, I mean-
back in World War II and drop the nukes. Show of force. Like, hey, look what we can do. Drop the sun on you,
I
idiot.
will say though, and this is
I mean,
not
that atom bomb wasn't really a show of force. It was complete annihilation. I think that was a lot.
It was
it
a
was
lot.
fuck you boys.
We
I will
killed
say though,
like- Dropped the sun on us twice.
DC hotels have banned like not parlor users, but like very like right-wing pro-Trump people from using
Staying
their
at their-
hotels. Yeah,
Oh,
so like
leaving.
basically
Or using.
all the hotels in DC are vacant right now, and they're flooding out to suburbs and shit.
How do they know? How do they vet the people that go in? How would they know you're a?
I don't know.
a
I don't know.
far right?
This is all I've heard. And the cops here in Bethesda, where I work, not where I live, but where I work, they've been saying they've had a huge in the last 2 days uptick of rebel rousing in the hotels, and
Rebel rousing,
a lot of right wing people in their hotels because like they can't get into DC. So I don't know. I have no idea. I
Wow,
don't know what's gonna happen.
that's a lot, dude. That's crazy that they're even hotels are experiencing changes from like just some wild shit that's happening between two people. You know what I'm saying? Between two dudes just doing wild shit. There's a lot of people involved with them, but for fuck's sake, man. Just give the guy his White House for a couple of years. Let him cruise around that lawn,
Yeah.
Throw his loafs on.
I was talking to a buddy of mine who was a Trump supporter, and he had said, he said, I know Biden won. He said, I don't know if it was fair, but I don't wish Biden bad. Like, I hope his next 4 years go well, which is, I think, something that everybody should say is like, no one wants the president to do a bad job.
Good or bad, is my personal life kind of affected in a mean of day-to-day activity? No, but it could go in a very bad path where a lot of stupid shit could happen, and that'd be annoying.
Yeah.
I just don't think with the time that's left now, they're still trying to impeach him again, and it's like, just stop. You're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Let the man just leave.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like,
And if there's some foul shit, let it come out. Fuck.
yeah, both sides keep preaching about how we need unity, but neither side seems to be actually acting like it. So we really need to see
Preach
that.
about it, but they don't want it. They just want to.
They want to
out making a show and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, look, we're the good guys." Because
they want to say it on Facebook,
No.
right? And they don't actually want it, and that's really unfortunate because it's like our fellow Americans are not our enemies. We have to get along with them one way or another. We can't keep going down this path we're on and stay united. But nobody seems to actually want to work toward that. They'll say empty platitudes about it, but they won't actually work toward it.
Yeah. The thing is people, no one in their right minds wants a civil war. You don't. Like, if you really know what civil war is like, and you, not even just looking at our own country had a shitty civil war that fucked up and killed a lot of fucking people. But you even look at other countries that had civil wars. It was a bad fucking time. No one in their right minds wants a civil war, But I feel like a lot of people, like, in their heart of hearts are like, it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna fucking, it's something's gonna push that fucking line too far.
That's why I was saying there's no way nothing's just gonna happen tomorrow. Something's got to go on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Well, and that was my thing too. Is when that shit happened on the 6th when they stormed the Capitol. I didn't go for it, bub. Like, I didn't expect that to happen. I was in a meeting and I heard my buddy was on, like, texting me. He was like, dude, they are inside the Capitol. I turned on the news and then I told everybody in the meeting, I was like, hey, I don't know if anybody's knowing this, but they're in the Capitol. And they're like, all right, meeting over, bloop. And everybody was watching the news. Like, I think that is probably going to be I'm not going to say the end of it, but it's going to be the hiatus of it. I'm hoping, for the love of God, that it is, because I don't want shit to fucking progress, Yeah,
well, I mean, like, the right was just absolutely torn apart for the Capitol incident, and so I think that it was a terribly bad look at the very least, and I'm doubtful that it's going to be pushed further after the massive backlash against that. I mean, the backlash it rippled onto social media too, right? Like we had Parler taken down, all these people removed from their platforms. And, regardless of what you think about that, it was a direct effect of the event at the Capitol. So, yeah, I'm with you on. I think that was sort of like the apex. At least I hope
that's just the start, baby. There's no way. That's the start of some foul shit that's about to bust out.
That's the thing too. Is like,
I
hope it was the apex, but like it might be what Cody's saying. Is it might just be a taste. It might just be a taste of what's happening.
A lot of shit that's about to unfold that they've been working on for the last 6 months.
Yeah,
there's a whole lot of information about to drop.
I think it's definitely possible things get worse, but I think in terms of tomorrow,
I saw a thing.
I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah,
my buddy had sent me, and it was a forum post, and it looked like this, kind of like a.
Okay,
looks like 4chan.
He said he just sent me this little piece, and it said, "I work at a mid-sized TV station. We just had a visit from the FCC, along with 2 people with badges. I didn't get close enough to see what agency they were with. We've been told to prepare for all of our programming to be preempted from 8 a.m. Wednesday for up to 72 hours. They told my boss he could be held criminally liable if he doesn't allow their feed to air. He was almost in tears, saying, I have never seen anything like this.
Cody, I hope you know that your dogs are killing each other in the background.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that was the direct manager, the district manager of that TV station.
So, I mean, the issue with that, though, is that's a post from 4chan, and 4chan is notoriously right-wing.
With just a bunch of wild shit on there?
Yeah, not saying that. I mean, I'm sure some stuff that is posted on there is true. But, I mean, there's no knowing, right?
Yeah,
with what we have now, it's just anecdotal.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, I would be lying if I said, I didn't think that the United States is going down that route. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen tomorrow, but I think if things continue as they are,
absolutely,
that's not an impossible future.
Something's bound to bust, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. And it's kind of freaky to think about that. Just the idea that the country as we know it could be plunged into something as terrible as Civil War. Because Derek was saying about how horrible it is when you see other countries. And our last Civil War, when we were using 18th or 19th century weaponry, was still by numbers the deadliest war the U.S. has ever been involved with, just by casualties.
Yeah,
so
by a good margin.
That taking place, but over the now larger country with modern weaponry, Jesus fucking Christ!
Oh, it's going to be at least a week long. That's it. After that, shit's just going to be devastated.
A civil war now, though, would look so much different than it would 1860s. I mean, because
we don't be all electronic.
Yeah, and we don't have an equal north-south split either. I mean, even within states, I mean, it's down to a county level in terms of support right or left. So I think it would resemble something more like the Irish Troubles.
Mass chaos.
Yeah, chaos and isolated terrorist events, and you're not safe anywhere. There are no front lines. It's just bad all throughout.
It's just apocalypse type shit.
You ever seen the Purge movies? It's going to be that but for like a week.
Yeah. It's not going to be like
the Purge for a week would suck.
That would be the most stressful time of my life.
1 week out of the year, one out of the 52.
I don't know. I mean, I like to remain hopeful that it's not going to happen, and I also like to think that people are too comfortable and have too much to lose.
Yo, hold on, I gotta take this phone call.
But who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold this while I tighten my mic stand. There we go. Okay, so that's where I stand. Is like as much as I would love, as much as anything happening would be exciting and awesome, good memes. I don't want anything to happen.
No one does.
And I'm just, and even with. No matter where you stand on Trump or Biden, whatever, the last 4 years with Trump has been the last 4 years, everybody's been holding their breath. Just waiting for fucking something to happen. And I just want a 4 years of okay, like life is just gonna go on, you know. Maybe
Wow.
it'll suck a little bit, but at least it's not gonna be violent and fucking
Yeah.
overbearing. You know what I mean?
That's the hope,
What?
and I think it's likely. The one thing that worries me though is I think that the one of the big drivers of the divisiveness in our country today is media. It is
Yeah.
the mainstream media, and I think that for the longest time, the last 4 years, Trump has been he's been an easy and convenient enemy for the media to latch onto, and in many cases, a warranted enemy as well. He has not
Yeah.
certainly not been the best president we could
Well,
have.
he's been a good, easy target for the
He's an
media
easy target. And so the
the
question now
whole
is
4 years.
when Trump is not in a position to be a target anymore, who does the media focus on as the bad guy? Because there has to be a bad guy because that's what sells.
Yeah.
And you can see it now. It's, they're trying to do the whole impeachment thing, and they're calling for sanctions against people that supported Trump. And it's still following on with he is the easy target. Let's grasp onto that for as long as we physically can. But when they reach a point where they can't do that anymore, who becomes the enemy?
Yeah.
It's going to have to be somebody or something. And that's what worries me. Who's going to be the next target? Is it going to be justified or not?
Yeah. And it was really funny. I saw a TikTok. Actually, I normally have TikToks queued up for the show, but I didn't have this one. There was a TikTok of this dude in the military who was at Fort Drum, who is North New York, like upstate, like high upstate, and he was on the border of New York and Canada, and he had access to the Canada radio stations. And he was listening to Canadian radio on his way home, and he realized like the Canadian news was talking about America in a way that he had never heard. And he was like, fuck, like they were saying things that like even like my like as an American, my family doesn't know, like Americans like don't hear this, like, but this was Canada. They're like right on the border. And then he talked about, and it went on to drag on to be like, oh my God, like the media in America is fucked up. But I don't know, like hearing that and seeing somebody that was in the service and like on the border and saying like, oh fuck, like foreign, media depicts America in a completely contradictory way of what Americans believe. Like what do you believe?
I mean, yeah, we've reached a point where we don't know what to believe. And I think in many cases, that's the point. We're fed conflicting information from every single source possible. And it, unfortunately, it has the effect of we go at each other's throats instead of looking at the leadership who has failed us, I think.
Yeah. And oh, go ahead, Justin.
I agree on that. It's really unfortunate how the media over the past century has really turned into something that reported the news, what's going on, and turned it into let's take what's going on, but depict it in this story arc that will grab a lot of people's attention because it makes money.
Yeah.
It has turned from reporting the facts into how can I make money off of this?
It's turned into it's turned from give people information to, okay, we're giving you information. How can we get the fucking money back?
I think
thing,
I think to an extent, like it's always been that way. Like newspapers, even for 100 years ago, had to sell copies. But the problem is exacerbated now because of technology. So the way that news can spread is unprecedented. And people always say like, oh, you're just acting like a boomer. Every generation says they have it hard, but no generation has seen a technological revolution like we have. Totally unprecedented. And you can see right now we're trying to handle the effects of it, and we're doing a very poor job doing so.
Yeah. And similarly to that, just to add on to it, my stuff is music. That's what I know a lot about. And once technology evolved the way it has in the 21st century, music as a business took a huge dive. and it's because of technology. It's just that effect that technology it's the effect that technology has on the way we share information. And it became a lot harder for a lot of industries to make money, but for others, it became so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And where music took a dive, information and media took an upsell because they could say pretty much anything they wanted, and it would get, if it's a big outlet, it would get to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, everything now is based on data too. And we have just some of the most advanced programs out there and people whose whole job is data science. And they look and see what works the best, what gets people's eyes, what causes them to stay on a page, what gets them to click. So we're working against this absolutely massive machine that shouldn't even be possible. And there's no way to fight it. Yeah. I think this is a shortcoming of what the founding fathers wanted with the nation and with the Constitution. The freedom of the press is obviously a huge part of a free nation, but I think there was no way they could have anticipated the level of control that the media has over us today. They're just the press now has gone so far past what was ever initially thought was even possible, and I think we need to address that sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I will say, and Justin, I know you're younger than me and Ethan, not much, but a little bit.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
20. Okay.
But he knows, and hold on, I'm gonna add Cody into this. I know he's in. No, I'll take him back out.
Damn, I wish I was 20.
Yeah, so but he doesn't remember. You remember watching the 5 o'clock news, Ethan, right?
Yeah.
5 o'clock. There was 4 o'clock news, 5 o'clock news, and then there was the 10 o'clock news, like the late
5
news.
o'clock. Just
But
in
it was
time to get back
all-
from school, and it's on.
Yeah,
I remember that.
hold on, JD. No. But I'm saying, me and Ethan remember when it was. That was it. There was no 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Like,
no, I got you.
Continuous fucking. You throw one. Well, CNN was available, but you had to buy cable, and cable, at least for me and JD's family, it was not, accessible. So it wasn't like 24 hours of fucking here you go. Here's the fucking headline.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's not even just like we have social media too now, right? And the takedown of Parler is interesting to me because that was a unilateral move by Amazon, just saying like, okay, we're not hosting you anymore on our servers. And on the one hand, a lot of people disagree with what's said on Parler, but is that reason enough to
does that meet their First Amendment rights? And
well, and it's a precedent that's scary because it's like, okay, so they can do that for something that is disagreeable, but who is Amazon to determine what is disagreeable? And just because you like what they did this time certainly doesn't mean you're going to like what they do in a year from now or in 10 years from now.
But then the argument comes up, oh, well, Amazon is a quote unquote private company, where they have the rights to say, no, we don't fucking believe what you're saying. So fuck you. We're not hosting you anymore, And
that private stuff brings up it opens up a whole nother can of sardines, because what I've been seeing a lot of after all that happened was, okay, so private companies like Twitter and Amazon can make decisions like this. So these private small businesses should be allowed to be open during the COVID times, just like these corporations are, right? But then the big corporations are trying to say no, and
it's a fair argument. And the reason that we see massive power from these corporations is because they have lobbying ability. Small businesses do not have any say in government. There is no like small business lobbying association. Like if you have a grievance with the government as a small business, you're fucked. There's nothing you can do about that. But if you're Amazon, you've got 1,000,001 politicians in your pocket. And so for me, when people say that, well, Amazon is a private business, they can do what they want. I think that that argument loses its potency when we look at what Amazon is, and it has ascended, or Twitter or Facebook, like these, or YouTube or Google. These things have ascended far beyond what a company normally does, and they have become influencers of public opinion.
Yeah, they're also. I think we're not missing, but we also are not saying the fact that these are the people that own these platforms: Facebook, Amazon,
richest people,
whatever. They are the fucking richest people on the planet. They have the influence to say no. I don't agree with what you're saying, so cut you off. You know.
Yeah.
So
look, everything they do is for money. If you're trying to figure out the motivation behind someone, just follow the money and you'll get there. So Amazon removing Parler is because they thought for some reason that having Parler on their platform was going to hurt their share price. And honestly, it probably would. So like you said, they're the richest people in the world, and they just want to get richer. You can't fault them for that. I want to get richer too. Who doesn't want to?
It's a good business decision, but it's a bad moral decision. I would think
it is.
It goes like with, so you own Amazon, right? You are the second richest person on earth. You fucking run everything. You cut off Parler because you own it. So you're like, no, fuck it. I'm not letting it go. Then you have all these people that are saying, no, hold on, wait a second. That's our right to use your platform to say what we believe, is true. And then you tie it back to the fucking First Amendment of, free speech, like, which sucks, but like, don't, promote violence against America. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just this weird line of like, yes, we own this platform, but then you have millions and millions of users using that platform to promote their ideas, say their, free speech, and then you just cut it off,
I think it's the inconsistency that bothers a lot of people. Because certainly I'm sure there's a lot of reprehensible stuff on Parler, but look at Twitter, and it doesn't take long to find some really nasty shit on Twitter too. I would say just as bad, if not worse, in many cases. And
I saw some boobs and a vagina on Twitter once. And
that's what I'm saying. Cannot have drugs on the internet.
I said, "Excuse me, I'm a virgin. I can't do that." No.
But we can't have rules that are inconsistently applied. And that's the issue. So I've heard a lot of people talking about wanting to regulate companies like Amazon or social media as utilities. Or so, because, you can't just not get, like, you can't not send gas to someone's house or say, nope, you're not getting electricity. You've got to apply that kind of thing equally to all people. Yeah. If you're a Trump supporter, you can still get your utilities. And people are arguing that with something like Amazon. AWS hosts 60% of the web. I think we've ascended beyond private company into like a whole new realm here. I think at that point, I'm all for the free market, but I think at a point like this, we need to start talking about some sort of regulation.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know, man. It's been a fucking weird fucking year. Say that. Jesus Christ.
We are how many days in 2021?
We are 9 days into 2021. 19, and I got my second round of vaccine today.
Nice.
Okay, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. Apparently, I'm gonna feel like shit tomorrow. So
has your penis fallen off yet?
I don't have much of a penis, but maybe it will. It might fall off. We'll see.
So there wasn't much to fall off to begin with.
But yeah, no, I got my second round today. Yeah, dude, this fucking year, I think when the bell rang, it was 2020 to 2021, everybody was like, oh, new year, it's gonna go back to normal.
It's like rolling over to a new year is not some magic threshold. It's like it's the same shit is continuing.
Yeah,
bro, time is a contract.
Cass.
All right, Cass.
Keep sex out of politics. I think that's probably a good idea.
That is a good idea. I like
probably a good
that. Thanks, Cass.
Bro, what if we could solve all all these old people in politics that have all this angst against each other? They're probably just not getting enough of the goods, you know? They're probably just grumpy.
Maybe. Well, honestly, if you look at any picture of any politician, they look like they haven't been laid in like a long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Cass. Yes, I was supposed to get my second shot last week, but I put it off because I didn't want to get sick, which is a bad reason. Bad reason, but
He's been putting it off because he didn't want his little wee wee to fall off.
So Derek, you're in the first tier of vaccinations?
well, yes, because I am a healthcare worker. So, yeah, I got my first round literally like right before Christmas. And I got my second round today. But they've been opening it up a lot the last like week or so.
Gotcha. Yeah, Biden was saying he wants to do 100 million vaccines in the first 100 days.
Which is not impossible, but that means he has to open up like a lot of fucking vaccination sites. So
million vaccines a day. I don't know. Like I don't know anything about the process or the logistics to know if that's reasonable or not.
It's a lot.
That's what he
If you
said.
could pull that off, that would be a third of the country.
Yeah, to me it sounds like politician rhetoric. You know,
it might be, but I mean, if you bring out the numbers and if you pull out the sites that he might have the power to pull out, like it's possible. I mean, our site. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but our site has popped out a lot of fucking numbers. So, it's possible. I think it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, you also have to consider like there's a good percent of Americans who don't want to take the vaccine too. It's like a quarter or something like that.
A lot of fucking people who
and
it's a significant minority. Well, not even anti-vax. It's not like the same as the anti-vax crowd of 2 or 3 years ago.
No, it's just people who just are like, no, I don't trust what's coming out of that.
I think it's a reasonable. Like it's. Here's the thing. Everyone likes to say your body, your choice. I think that applies here.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get the vaccine, then that's your prerogative.
And they made that choice to me too. Like even I'm active duty military. They said if you want it, you can go get it. If you don't, fine. Like they didn't make us like sign anything saying like, oh, I don't want to take the vaccine. They said if you want it, it's available, so go get it. And they encouraged us to get it. And so I said, fuck it. Like somebody has got to fucking be the guinea pig. And, I don't care. Like, I don't have a wife or kids that I'm afraid that I'm going to die tomorrow. And they're going to be like, what the fuck to do? Like, I don't know. Like, no, like, I got nothing to live for, That was super depressing. That was super depressing.
It started out like very positive and like, yeah, like do your own thing, but then it just like took a left turn.
Yeah, no, but honestly, I don't feel bad. Like first vax, I had a sore arm for a minute. Second vax, I had it a few hours ago. We'll see what happens.
You're not gonna wake up.
Sore arm is always a thing with pretty much any shot you get. Your arm will be sore for a little while after.
Yeah,
exactly.
It happens with the flu shot every year.
I don't think I've ever gotten the flu shot. You're supposed to.
Yes, you have.
I don't think I have. No, because it's voluntary, and usually it's only about 30 or 40% effective.
Yeah, but you went to Shepherd, so you had to have a flu shot to go to Shepherd. So
okay. Then I'm sure I did.
You know what's weird? I've only ever gotten the flu on the years that I've gotten the shot.
As an adult. Really? Yeah. I mean, I believe it. It's not a fully effective vaccine ever.
It's every year that I haven't gotten the shot, which I didn't. I think I only got it like 2 of the years when I was in high school, and I didn't get it last year. But I did get it. I did get it last year. But those years that I did get it were the only years that I actually caught the flu.
Am I wrong here, or did you get like the swine flu? or was it
when
someone
I
else?
was like, I think it was like I was like
Uh,
8 or 9. I got the swine flu.
You got the
and
swine flu.
pneumonia. Because of swine flu. I got pneumonia, and I was in the hospital for like a week.
Yeah, he got it bad. He was
Yeah.
not
Almost
just in the
died.
hospital. He was in the ICU.
ICU, yeah.
JD was in the ICU from swine flu for like
how
a
long?
week.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Like
it,
a week.
it was not good. They didn't think I was gonna make it, but then just started working.
So the real issue was that you developed pneumonia as a result of it?
Yeah, so swine flu caused the pneumonia, and I got double pneumonia. That was what put me in the ICU.
Gotcha.
The swine flu in and of itself did not put me in there, but it was.
Yeah, I like kind of vaguely remember the whole swine flu situation, and people were not taking it to the degree they're taking COVID, not even like 10% as much as they're afraid of COVID.
No.
Probably 1% as much. There were no shutdowns, no masks, nothing of the sort.
So I remember when I got it, that was during the like 3 years that I was homeschooled. I was in elementary school, and I don't trust SeaWorld anymore. Not only because of the way that they treat their animals, but because we had gone on a field trip, quote unquote, like with the science group that we were in to SeaWorld, and it was like, I don't know, like a week or so later that I got swine flu.
Ah, so it might have been SeaWorld.
Yeah. I remember playing with the dolphins, and then 2 weeks later, I'm in the ICU just dying.
Dolphins, that's a super spreader right there. Yeah, SeaWorld is
draw
not...
you in with the bottlenoses.
SeaWorld's sad because, like, I remember as a kid really, really liking it. But now you think about it, and I don't know if y'all have seen this. It's almost like a meme. It's this image that people put. I've seen it online a few times where it's an aerial shot of one of the SeaWorld parks. And they highlight the different sections of the park, and they have the animal habitat area highlighted, and it's this tiny, tiny little circle. And then there's the parking lot, which is like 20 times as big as the entire habitat for all the whales.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, you look at that and it's like, dude, these things are, I mean, they're intelligent. They feel emotions. Like, they're smarter than dogs. Yeah. And we're keeping them in these.
They're living like this, but we came to see them like this,
yeah,
you know, like it's so depressing. And you see them, and if you got, I have not been to SeaWorld since I was like a little kid, and like, but you see videos of like Shamu, who's supposed to dive through the air, and but their fin is like all bent and bloosh, you know. And those bent fins are like signs of like depression, and like, it's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
It is. It is. There's no way around it. There's something not right about using animals for entertainment like that.
Hold on. So we are talking about a lot of depressing shit right now. What is something good that has happened to you guys in the last 2 weeks since 2021 has started?
I got my furnace fixed.
Hey, that's good.
Do you have to put fire in it?
Yeah, I got to shovel coal every morning.
No, but for real, what's the happy thing? Your friends
I got my uniforms today for work finally, my mechanic uniforms, so I don't have to throw away t-shirts anymore.
That's awesome.
Which is actually really nice, because I was like, because our washer is currently broken, so I haven't been able to do laundry. So I'm like, I was getting into t-shirts. I was like, I don't want to get oil on you.
Dude, nothing is worse than like getting a fucking grease stain on a t-shirt.
Oil doesn't come out of anything.
Cum stains are the worst.
No, those come right out, buddy, and you know it.
Look at this. Look at this hoodie. Look at this hoodie.
Yeah, that's messed up. I'm sorry.
This will be like this forever.
Yeah. I'm so glad that cum is white and it just bleaches out, you know?
Derek, I'm scared to take a black light in your room.
My viewers went up like 2 viewers when I said cum. That's funny. So if you like cum
under the show,
come on and watch the show. Also, like, subscribe, you know.
You said the sex word.
But no, that's awesome. So wait, hold on, Ethan. You said furnace.
Yeah, that's lame though. I got my home gym set up, and I'm very excited
Hey.
about that.
Nice.
Because I mean, we're not able to go out to gyms right now. I'm getting skinny. I'm losing all my gains. I didn't have much to begin with, but what I did have is now gone. And
I wish that
so,
was you because I'm getting fat, and I wish I could lose all these pounds.
dude, get yourself a little home gym set up. It's not that bad. It's not that expensive. And
You know what I hate is people like in this pandemic that are like, you can do it at home. You can lose a lot of weight at home.
yeah, you're being a
You all
pussy.
can-
You can do that at home.
Oh, fuck you.
No,
Oh,
fuck you.
God. Oh, I fucking hate you.
You're being a lazy bastard, and you know it. That's why you're upset.
Damn, coming at him, Ethan. Jesus. No, Derek, you actually can. I'm still living a fairly active lifestyle, even with the pandemic.
Oh, I know. my brother joined the army. JD joined the army, and he thinks he's fitter than I am. So
I don't know. He looks like it.
I don't know. I think we're on the same.
hold
I
on,
couldn't even hold that.
Let me try to look skinnier.
You look pretty good there.
Oh fuck. Yeah, no, this pandemic has sucked. I literally the last weekend I had 3 days off, and I was like, I literally laid in bed for like 2.5 days. That's not a joke. I literally laid in bed. I got food ordered to me. I rolled out of bed, picked up my food, and then I got back in bed, ate my food, fell asleep, woke up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'm hungry."
What were you doing? Were you browsing the internet, playing some games?
I was watching New Girl on
Yikes.
Netflix.
I mean, it's okay.
What's
That
that
was
like
a
the
good day.
ninth
I
time
had
you've watched
fun.
through that?
Fuck you guys.
New Girl is like a show you have on in the background. It's not like the main event.
You're
It's
gonna
always
start a
a main
fight
event
here,
for
Ethan.
me. Are you?
I
fucking
like. Hey,
kidding
I
me?
like the show. I don't hate the show.
Are you talking smack about my girl Zoe Deschanel?
Ooh.
Hold on,
She's overrated.
Ethan. I feel like you're not. Ethan, you're not a binge watcher.
No,
Do you have a show though that's like your go-to?
no.
Aren't you like a
not
doctor or
one.
something?
Not
I'm
one show.
certainly not a doctor. I mostly watch YouTube, honestly. Like documentaries and interviews.
Yeah, you look like a documentary kind of guy.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
Are you like one of those people who like only watches murder documentaries?
No. I do like murder, true crime, cults. All that stuff is super cool.
Do you watch? Are you like my mom? Do you watch Dateline?
I don't watch Dateline.
Well, okay,
I need my
Ethan,
wine. My Dateline.
Ethan, what are your go-to like shows, YouTube channels?
Let me. I actually really okay. So it's hit or miss, but Vice documentaries.
Yes.
They're hit or miss.
If I had a noise button right now, I'd say ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Yeah, some are just terrible, and they're just pushing an agenda, and they're boring and stupid and predictable, and you're like, okay, guys, you're wasting your time. But I haven't seen an organization that puts out some crazy shit like Vice does. I mean, they put people down in war zones. They put people down who are, infiltrating the cartels. They are doing some of their reporters are doing some really brave, interesting stuff.
Where they would like infiltrate cartels and shit.
Yeah. And that's fascinating because there really isn't anyone else doing something like that. But yeah, they're hit or miss. So, but I'm always watching that, seeing what pops up.
So my favorite thing to watch right now is reality TV shows.
Okay. Hey, I like shitty reality TV.
Hey.
What are you watching?
I didn't say shitty. I'm saying reality TV shows.
Okay.
So 90 Day
Paradise
Fiancé.
Island. 90 Day
Paradise
Fiancé.
Island. I have not watched Paradise Island. So here's my thing: is I like to jump around to different reality TV shows. I was into Survivor for a little while, then I jumped to 90 Day Fiance, then I went to The Bachelor / Bachelorette, and then Love Island for a little while. And
yeah, it was
then-
Love Island, not Paradise Island. Love Island is it?
No,
Is there a Paradise something?
I think so. I mean, I watched something.
I don't.
So I watched Paradise
don't
Island. It might have been a porn. I don't know. But I jumped back to Survivor, and Survivor is my favorite thing right now.
I'm actually watching Survivor right now as well. Paradise Hotel, by the way, it's Paradise Hotel.
That's what I'm
Survivor.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, Survivor is fun.
I don't watch reality TV.
Reality TV is good for just turning your brain off. You shut it down.
Well, like you shut it down, and then somehow your brain turns on and just gets invested, and then you're like, "Fuck! I've been watching this for 2.5 hours. I got to turn it off." You know?
Yeah, but it's not like a mentally taxing, or at least it's not for me.
No.
Maybe you're sitting there in bed like sweating while watching Paradise Hotel. Oh my god!
Who's she gonna give the roaster this week?
Like, dude, no, I'm a big fucking fan of reality TV. And I wish that I was into reality TV when Jersey Shore was on. Because Jersey Shore, creme de la creme. It would have been fucking great when I was into reality TV. But now I'm past that. It's too old.
You should apply to be on some of these shows. That'd be so funny.
My mom wants me to audition for Big Brother.
Okay, yeah, you should do it.
That would be hilarious. I have seen Big Brother when Mom has had it on, and when I've been home.
Oh, it's so good. Big Brother.
That would be hilarious seeing you on there.
Dynamite, because they get people of all cultures, and they also get fat people in like me, and so I think I might have a shot. You know, and it's funny. Last time I hung out with Mom, actually this was on Christmas. It was Christmas this last year, and my mom was like, "You need to audition for The Bachelor," and my dad from the other room yelled, "No, honey, The Bachelor is for attractive people."
Yeah, I didn't hear that part. What?
You shitting me? Okay, thanks, but yeah, I know I'm not fucking Bachelor material, but I am Big Brother material, so I might audition for that. We'll see.
The Bachelor's kind of dumb though, because if you look at the guys they pick, it's like 8 white dudes that look identical and 2 black guys that look identical, like every single time.
Even if you take out race, they're all the same dude.
Yeah, same haircut, same clothes, same height, same like it's
all the same. It's just one.
Yeah,
it's one dude that they copy and pasted. And a couple of them they turn down the darkness.
Yes.
Hey, what's up? My name's Chad. I work in finance, and I'm looking for a bachelorette that's ready to suck my dick.
Yeah, there's not much variation.
Literally it.
I'd like to see somebody pull together a Bachelor type show with regular people.
That would be a great show.
Some like regular dudes who work like blue collar jobs.
Yeah.
And the chick is not
Guys,
like
they
a
grab
model. She's not a model. She's like, you know,
it's got to be people that aren't like repulsive to
7
watch.
or 8.
Yeah, she's realistic.
Yeah, someone that you're watching and you're like, oh yeah, I could talk to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I could talk to her. And it's a bunch of fucking blue collar / white collar guys that don't got much going for them, but like maybe they got something, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Like they're not like rich or like super jacked or anything. They're just living their lives, doing their thing.
Right. It's always just these playboys that are cut and paste copies of each other, and
they all have like the same chiseled jawline. Like they're all, ooh, look how cool I am.
I'm hating on them, but if I could look like that, you bet I would.
Oh, absolutely. I think any dude would.
Best believe.
Any dude
I want a show where it's like, oh yeah, I could get that girl, and then all the guys are like just kind of like you, and you're like,
they're like at the same level, and they're just like, okay,
like, okay, yeah. No, I could do that. Like,
yeah, you're like, You're like, yeah, I look like that without a shirt on.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And then they get to like the little rose ceremony, or not rose ceremony, but like an intimate shot of like one dude like with the okay chick, and they're like sitting there, and she's like, "How are you doing?" And he just pulls out a Bud Light, and he goes, "I'm doing
pretty fucking
great."
good right now.
I like
And she's
it.
like, "Wow, you drink that beer really well." And he goes, "Yeah, I know I do."
He's just
You
like,
know?
I'm on my third PBR. I'm doing pretty good right now.
If you remember Ugly Betty, that was a fucking phenomenal show, by the way.
Fun show.
Yeah. Ugly Betty version of The Bachelor. Exactly. But
I dig it.
but that's the thing, is nobody's ugly here. We're all just okay. We're
Yeah. I think
just
you
normal people.
Yeah,
you know?
casting wouldn't want to single out ugly people. I think they would just pick normal and slightly above normal. Realistic,
Exactly.
achievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Achievable.
That's the good. That's a good
That's
word.
the word. That's the word. That's the fucking word.
Yeah.
This
I hope you
that
guys
it'll
know-
look at as achievable without dedicating your entire life towards fitness and being retarded rich.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that if you want to have a shredded body, that has to be your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You have to count every calorie. You have to have a spreadsheet label like with your workouts, incrementing your weight every single week. Like it becomes your life. That is your hobby.
Ladies.
I have
ladies.
no interest in making that time.
No, you're gonna have to put hours every single day into it. And most people just straight don't have
Every
that
single
time.
day. But ladies, do you want to date somebody that is constantly counting calories? No. No, you don't, because that's fucking annoying. And they're fucking dorks. Maybe they have shredded abs, but they suck. They're the
Yeah.
fucking worst.
Hey, from what I've been told, at least the chicks who are around my age, the chicks my age prefer like dad bods. You know, like dudes who are like, they're obviously strong, like they have muscle, but they're not
My time to
shredded.
shine.
Yeah, you
My
know,
time.
dad bod thing now. I'm torn on that. On the one hand, I feel like it's just a coping mechanism presented by guys. But on the other hand, you actually hear it. People like the dad bod. So
Yeah.
From what
Well,
I've been told and what my own girlfriend has told me is that it's better having that kind of body because you still look good. You're clearly a strong individual, but you're like more comfy to like cuddle with.
yeah,
Mm.
you don't want her to squeeze you and she's like feeling bones.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the move.
Exactly. So when I get to college next year,
You're gonna be tearing it up at I forgot what university you are going to.
I just want cuddles, baby. I just want cuddles. Let's
And
go.
maybe a little extra, but it cuddles, you
The
know?
perfect size for cuddles.
Cuddles
Hey,
with a happy ending.
Hey, I'm gonna close this out, the stream out, but stay on for just a second if you guys don't mind.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.